Are we here now, Chess?
Can you hear us?
Are we there? Are we in your ears? There we go. They're saying it. Okay. Are we all good? Ooh, it's very beautiful.
Ooh.
As we were just saying too, we're getting close to 1,500 on the Tiltify page for funding for cancer research. So thank you all very much for that. You've absolutely come out to inform, and it's very much appreciated.
It has been outrageous.
We still have a few more goals and incentives, so there's still plenty of time left in the day, but the support so far has been absolutely amazing, so thank you all.
Yes, hello.
Hello, hello.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah, hi, I'm Hendrus, and I'm going to be the one for Roscrea today. I'm going to be the one who's doing some narration, some yapping about Roscrea, and just seeing where we are, and... Ah, yes. The other one. Okay, apparently we can't be heard out again. Oh dear. Oh no. Hey, there we go.
Oh my god.
Oh, Arcane, they're saying they can't hear your audio now. I believe they can hear ours, but not yours.
Oh, dear.
Oh boy.
You're fine. It's day 2, folks. Bear with us. We're fine.
Creation Con day 2, everybody. Here we are.
We can't use it's our first day excuse here.
In our first rodeo.
I think it was like, 2 years, maybe 2.5. But yeah, so for those who don't know, Roscrea had a height map change, which means that essentially everything that's outside, right, be it forests, mountains, everything had to be scrapped and then redone. I believe the reasoning was that we had a weird save game glitch or some save game breaking issues where if you saved on Roscrea, then your save would just go poof and then it's gone. So we had to redo things, and our wonderful level designers have been incredibly hard at work getting everything back in game. We also took the liberty to just redesign the isle a bit, to change the layout and to make things a lot more neat.
It really shows. It looks fantastic so far. I'm loving this walk around.
Yes.
Very groovy.
Yes, we are currently over in the region known as Walkrea, or Walkrea to the Roscrea natives. It's a region in the northeast of the isle. And yes, well, this is lower Walkrea. There's also greater Walkrea, which is the island up northwest of it, basically. Though that part is mostly uninhabited except for like a farm, and it's just dominated by a couple more dungeons, which you might be able to get to see sometime soon. Who knows? But yeah, we are currently making our way towards Vengold. Vengold is it's a small fishing village, located in what used to be the territory of the whale cult. Roscrea is, or at least was, dominated by the many totemic cults that we know from Skyrim lore and from Atmora. As the old Atmorans, when they reached the Roscrean shores, brought with them their culture and also their religion. Of the many cults, though, the whale cult is one of those that haven't really survived into the modern age. And the isle itself, or the entirety of Roscrea, is practically dominated by the bear cult, who are the protectors and the defenders of Roscrea from all who seek to harm it, namely the Empire. In the past, there's been a considerable conflict between the Empire and the bear cult of Roscrea. And yeah. Yes. And there's next milestone reached. Wonderful.
Is it? Oh. What are we,
We've almost got
close
enough
to
money to buy a Toyota
1,700.
Yaris.
That is absolutely insane. Thank you, everybody.
Luckily, yeah.
Like a dinner date with Arcane. To any McDonald's of your choice. Oh dear.
Arcane, people in chat are still saying they can't hear you at the moment.
Gives me some more time to just talk about Roscrea. But
Yeah, please do.
Yes. So
Please take the
Vengold, Vengold is just a small fishing village. It used to be a lot bigger, and also it used to be, well, as I mentioned, near the whale cult temples. As part of Roscrean's history, there was a series of earthquakes that just completely changed the layout of the isle itself, or the islands, meaning that there is going to be a lot to be discovered underwater, namely old temples and just ruins of what used to be the different capitals of the different cults.
Cool.
And as you
Okay,
can see,
so
Vengold was built near one of those whale architecture pieces.
I should actually be here now. Hello, everyone.
Chat, can you
Everybody hear
confirm?
Arcane now?
Yeah, confirm that you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Good.
Come on, chat, let us know. Can you hear Arcane? I can
Hey,
hear
Hi.
there we go. It's a pleasure to have you, Arcane. How
I
you
will.
doing?
For clarity, I will date all of you collectively.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
he
Yeah,
was-
That's the
consent
important
anyway.
part.
Oh, there's a
He
lot
was saying
of-
the most vulgar stuff. Honestly, it was out of hand.
You enter Stonewall. Okay, so I'll do my other save to get to.
Yes.
Yes. The initial idea was to have her take us over to the mainland here, but we're going to avoid Stonewall, one of the other settlements up here.
Yes. Namely because Stonewall was
Oh, yes.
already shown off during last year's ModCon, and we don't want to bore you guys with revisiting the same areas over and over again. So Arcane's going to equip the shovel and then load to the north of Vonungold.
All of my characters
Gold.
have the shovel.
Just
Yeah.
casually getting out a big shovel from your back.
A shovel that you all can play with now.
Vonungold is, or well, used to be the main temple for the Roscrean snake cult. Another one of the many different totemic cults. The snake cult worshipped Orke, or as he's known to the Imperials, Arke, the god of death. On Roscrea, Orke is a lot more of an antagonistic force. He's seen as the god of untimely death, and something that is to be avoided, placated, and something that the Roscrean alchemists still combat in the day-to-day lives, keeping away famine and disease. But yeah, we're now on the mainland of Roscrea, the main isle, I suppose, and we are just making our way through the region, or down to the region of Craneshore. Right now, we are technically still in the settlers region, or the region of Craneshore. Stonewall, which is the village we've shown last year, was essentially the border between what many consider the natives' land and then the land of the imperial settlers.
Oh, no. It was the other way. Little
Since the
extra.
compass is a bit halfway cut off, it's hard for me to tell where you are, but I think you were going towards Stonewall, yes.
Yep.
At least that up north was Dragonheart Meadery and the Dragonheart Inn.
We're just going back to those Morrowind vibes. I mean, who needs a compass at the moment? Just go by ear.
Exactly.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the beauty of Roscrea. We do have quite a lot of pathways and just little hidden nooks and crannies for everyone to explore.
Very nice.
I think during testing, Arcane also routinely got turned around and then ended up in like locations like Fort Uriel, which is where the Imperial Army or the Imperial Legion under Uriel V, doing his invasion of Arcadia, was stationed at. They essentially just walked up to Roscrean shores, built themselves a fort there or two, and then tried to take over the country or the island. It didn't end up so well. Craneshore, which is going to be our little destination for the Walkabout, got burned down and then rebuilt. And there's going to be a lot more history between the natives and the Imperial settlers that you can just look up and just find out on your own when you are actually playing the mod.
I believe that is Fort Uriel up there, right?
Might be, yes.
I think so, yeah. I think if I took this way, it would take me to Fort Uriel.
Yeah. Fort Uriel
Who's that named
is...
after?
Well, it's one of the many Uriels. Yeah.
My great aunt, Uriel.
Uriel.
Uriel Impact.
Hey.
Yeah.
Where was I going from
You might
here?
have got...
Darn it.
Yeah, you might have gotten turned around again. We are now in the north of Fort Uriel. So this was actually the harbor that the Imperial Navy, docked in during the first couple of years of the attempted occupation of Roscrea. And I think you're currently going back up north towards... Yeah.
Because I think that's where I got turned around, or was it this way, actually?
There should be a path that heads directly south.
South. Okay,
Or,
so it was
south
this way.
Westish. Yeah.
I totally remember this walkabout. I did this yesterday. And I should remember.
So, Craneshore will be the region where the player will arrive on Roscrea. They will have to grab a ride with the Northern Stallion from Solitude or from Harfinger Docks. And as you can see, this is the area surrounding Craneshore. In terms of climate, it very much resembles the area south of Windhelm. There's going to be a lot of volcanic activity in this particular area of Craneshore, or just Roscrea in general. So it's the most habitable of the areas. The further north you go, the more cold and frigid things will get as the island, or as the player gets closer and closer to Atmora and the dreaded Frostfall. This path we actually saw yesterday already doing the little showcase of Roscrea, though we didn't really add commentary to it.
I am loving the huge variety of paths and everything in this, because when I'm just playing Skyrim, I jump over all the mountains and everything else just trying to find a way around, but this is really well laid out, I must say, just seeing it so far.
For such a tiny island, you really can get lost.
I'm pretty sure, well, at least I hope that's by design, though. Thanks to the height map reset, we also just gave the level designers the ability to just rethink the design and to make sure everything works out perfectly fine. And now here we are in Craneshore. This is the capital of the county of Craneshore for Roscrea. Roscrea is, at least according to the Empire, an imperial overseas territory with Craneshore as the capital. And it is ruled by Count Gnaeus Ebrius. And if you venture to Roscrea, this is where you will be stepping off the boat. And from there you will get to explore the city and then later the entirety of, the country.
That's an interesting statue. Who's that of?
I wonder who it is. But yes, this is the statue of Uriel Septim V, who...
He has hair.
Yes. Well, to be fair, even you
Remember, it's not the 7th, it's the different one.
Oh, is it?
But Uriel the Seventh had hair sometimes, and sometimes he hasn't had hair. I know that he was bald doing the showcase of him in Daggerfall. Then he wasn't bald doing the events of Arena, and then he wasn't bald again doing the events of Oblivion.
It's
So
just
what you're
whatever
saying
feeling
is-
at the time.
So what you're saying is he's kind of like John Travolta.
A little bit.
Well, you know, those couple of years he spent in Oblivion with due to Yeager Tharn really...
Natives.
To be fair, yeah, that would make you lose your hair. That'd be a
totally. They're
bit
getting
stressful
clever,
being in
aren't
hell.
Yeah. Arcane, that's a quick question. How do we handle questions from the community? Because I'm seeing that there's a good chunk of questions being asked already.
Yeah, we can take some questions now if you
Yeah,
want.
please do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
sure. Let me just quickly scroll through the chat then. Why is Roscrea a county of Cyrodiil and not an imperial province like Skyrim?
No, I don't know
I think it's mostly just petty politics. Roscrea used to be claimed by Halfinger and was basically an extension of the Halfinger hold of Skyrim. And because of, again, petty politics, it has changed in the 200 years since Halfinger laid last claim on it, and then until Roscrea Crainshaw was also rebuilt. Let's see. Are the Imperial Legion or East Empire Company a faction here? The Legion isn't really present on Roscrea, and one could say that Crainshaw belongs to the Empire as much as it belongs to the East Empire Company, as the East Empire Company, I believe, mainly funded the rebuilding of Crainshaw.
I believe as I came into the city, we saw like a big headquarters for them with some East Empire Company
Yes.
flags. Yeah.
Yes, there's a bit of a conflict between the actual Empire and the Empire Company about who really owns Roscrea or who really is responsible for Crainshaw. So while the Legion is going to be there, they're going to. The Legion is busy over in Skyrim, right? It is the East Empire Company that you might be able to involve yourself in with Roscrea. Ah, yes.
By the way, all
The
the
only way-
voice acting. It sounds
Yes,
really
we
good.
We are currently getting more voice acting in, and as of today, actually, we have started the second round of auditioning, or the second round of voice acting, which means that we are currently looking for voice actors to voice more of the non-native, voice types or people.
Hey, I'm a voice actor. How would I get a role or an audition for Roscrea then?
By clicking a link, which someone please fetches. Yes. So,
Well, I'm a
should
simple
be-
guy. That sounds like something I could do.
yes. Once you click on the link, you're basically being brought to the website of our voice acting lead, and from there now you can just have a look around, and I want to say just follow the follow the instructions on the site.
I believe it does take you to a separate casting page as well, which has all the relevant information you need for auditioning for a role also.
Yes. But yeah, it looks like we're already leaving Roscrea, so
Yep, we're gonna head out to Argonia now.
Ooh. I get the old suntan lotion on.
Oh, exactly.
We've got that pale Celtic skin to worry about, Mickey. So we need to get the
I
fact
might see her in skirts. I'll do ours.
wonderful. In that case, I will remain on Roscrea, and you lot have fun and best of luck with the rest of Creation ModCon.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
very much.
Hendrus.
It's been a pleasure having you.
You the man.
Likewise.
And so here we are in Varicta in Argonia.
Ooh.
I'm loving how misty it is. It's like the mist.
I'm loving how
So-
much life I'm seeing between Argonia and here. Like, everyone's
Absolutely.
getting NPCs in. It's great. This
So I
guy's
snuck
carrying
in while you guys were in the loading screen. So I'm Reedstilt. I'm the
Hi, Reed.
lead writer for Argonia, Morrowind, writing subdirector for Cyrodiil, and writer in various other places. So I'll be the guide for Argonia today. and probably
Yes.
hanging out for a bit as you pass through all the other projects I'm working on.
And please guide me, because I know this
Oh,
part of
yeah,
the
you-
walkabout gets kind of confusing.
Yeah, so we're gonna head north. You're on the correct path so far. So we just left Vericta. Vericta is a town that was formerly part of County Leeuwin. If you look at the old Oblivion map, there's that little part that sticks out to the southeast. That's where Vericta is. So we are like right on the border of Cyrodiil currently.
It is absolutely giving me those kind of Blackwood Leeuwin vibes, so I'm loving it so far immediately.
Yeah, so first part we're going to be passing through is part of Blackwood. Technically, it's the Topol Shores, so it's these mangrove swamps along the edge of Topol Bay. We'll get a brief glimpse of the Blackwood proper once we're past these hermit crabs. And we want to keep heading straight on this path. We don't want to turn. So follow that deer.
There was 2 deer.
Oh, sorry, don't turn. We're not heading to Gideon today. Sorry, you're going the wrong...
No, I'm
Yep.
going the wrong way. Okay.
Yes, follow that deer.
There we go.
The
Hi,
white one.
hermit crabs.
Oh, wait, where are we going?
I'm gonna make sure. Yes, I'm not going to Gideon. Good, so I'm
You're
going
not
here.
going to Gideon. Yes, you're being chased by...
Don't worry
Yeah,
about it. Don't worry about
Getting
it.
lost in Roscrea was bad.
I've spec'd into running. It's fine. This is Daggerfall now.
So Vericta is one of the 4 ports you can arrive in from Skyrim. The others are Thorn, Soulrest, and it's either going to be I think it's Archon rather than Lomoth, but we can go back and forth on those. Oh, something happened in that deer while we weren't looking.
I know, right?
Wait,
Sad.
no.
Oh, hi.
Oh, well, anyway.
Maybe it was a
Probably
crab.
find it.
There you
I
go.
know it's
Dinner
probably a
saltfish.
bog dog. Yep, the bog dog.
Yep.
Ah!
Oh, there's a ball. Look at that.
I don't know if you
I
can
love it
hear
so much.
because I'm not listening to this
There you
stream right
go.
now, but
The shovel
have-
provides.
oh yeah,
I
we
thought he
have a
was a
bunch of
companion.
our ambient sounds in as well, so you should be hearing the birds chirping, frogs singing, that sort of stuff.
It is really nice.
Yeah,
This is the only stream on YouTube and Twitch right now where you can see dogs being smacked by shovels at the moment.
we're going to turn to the behind you from where. Well, I guess I'm a little bit behind, aren't I? So yes, looks like you're going the right way.
Okay.
Are we?
Little bit delay on the stream. It's fine.
Okay, yeah. So like fallen log, you're going the right way. We should be coming up to Stone
Oh, yes.
Waste at
Yeah.
the moment.
I do remember this temple here.
Yeah. So Stone Waste is an old imperial colony. There's not much left to this town anymore. If you look to the south, you'll see Lake Averio, which is actually a fairly new lake. It's only about 140 years old. There was an earthquake that sank most of the town. So most of the town is underwater right now, and it's just these little few houses up on the hill that survived.
I love the ruined wall there. That gives me very like Elden Ring vibes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so what we have in this town currently is there's this hunter. It's at his house right now, and one of the priestesses. And it's a priory of Arcae. So we're getting a lot of Arcae content in this stream so far. You can see our new Turnian outfits. If you're not aware, the Turnians are one of the major factions in Argonia currently. It's formed by Gideon, Thorn, and Sawara, which is the current name for Soulrest. And they're sort of like the imperial colonists that got left behind.
Look at the
One of-
snail.
I love the snail. Now, if I remember
Move over,
correctly,
Scribs.
I jump off here, and then I'm going...
You should be going east from
Yeah,
here.
okay. Through the marshes. This is why it gets
Yeah.
confusing. There's no more road.
Yeah, so there should be like a little village icon on your map marker. We're going to that village next.
Ooh, that was
see if
some
we're-
Like an Elden Ring
interesting...
boss is going to pop out of nowhere.
What was
some-
interesting?
There was some fun, fauna noises going on. Some like,
Oh, that's the snails.
Yes.
You've never heard of
See of
snail
our-
before?
Our audio lead, Aaron Maloney. I believe he nearly drowned himself making those noises.
Those are the best noises to do, like snails and goblins and stuff like that. People love doing voices, but I love doing the little critters because you can look at them and be like, look, that's me, and it's going...
I am so excited to do ghouls.
As we approach this village, there should be a scene that's playing. That looks like one of the NPCs is currently missing. She's probably under there. She'll pop up in a moment.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is the start of one of the 2 quests that we have up as donation goal. So we'll hear what they have to say. Basically, they're talking about some people going missing in this village.
There she is.
So
Is that
this
little
is one of our
lizard guy?
options. Oh yeah, so we also have our
Salamander.
giant newt in the back
Or
there.
newt. Ah, okay.
Yeah, which is the hunter on the right's pet.
What a cutie pie.
The variety of pets and creatures so far is astounding. I'm really adoring them.
Hi. Hello.
Oh, I just noticed the hunter's wearing our newest outfit. At least I think she is.
Look at him, he's a slimy fecker, I love him.
It sure is.
That's a very cool spear as well.
Yeah, that's our
it is.
chitin spear.
And then let's see. Oh yes, I remember. I'm going over in here.
I can see how they completely destroyed the Oblivion Crisis with spears like that. It's no surprise.
Oh, yeah.
So now we're heading to one of our Barsabic ruins, which you might notice look a little different from the Cyrodiil alien ruins that we saw on the last Walkabout several years ago at this point. We completely overhauled the design on these guys. And Vulnok, some people might recognize from ESO.
Is this alien?
Yes, it's
Barsabic alien.
Very nice.
So these were the aliens that got kicked out of Cyrodiil right before the slave uprising, because they continued to worship the Aedra while a lot of the ones in Cyrodiil worship the Daedra.
I do have a very important request, which is you need an ingredient called Barsabic vinaigrette.
I was thinking that, yeah.
Also, you're heading in the wrong direction. We can go stop at this history, then head back to the
Yeah, quick
ruin.
history. Hello. What's up?
Yep. Yeah, so we have
Very sacred.
currently 2 different models of the history.
Got-
We're hopefully
Got some
going to get
questions
more.
as well if you want to answer
Yeah.
some questions.
Feel free.
So the first one I see here, that strip of land along the eastern bank of the Southern Nibbin still part of Cyrodiil, or did Argonia annex it?
Yeah, that
particular
little-
question.
Yes, that little tiny strip is now part of County Gideon rather than part of County Leowin.
Right.
A lot of stuff got overhauled during the Umbral Crisis and sort of in the years immediately before and after that.
Have the Imperials left Argonia in the 4th era? 0 presence is another question.
There is still one fort occupied by the Empire. It's in one of the islands way out in the east. It's a navy fort they have, but other than that, they're completely out of the area. There are
Here's a
still
very-
Imperials, I should admit, but there are not, they're no part of the Empire politically.
Right. There's a very important question here, actually. Is the snail a mount?
The snail is not currently a mount, and I think we're heading the wrong way.
You break its shell, the poor thing.
Yeah, because we're heading
It's
to
like
the
a butterfly
Captainstoo.
thing. You can just jump on it and it'll just go.
Grabbing
Yeah.
its eyes like horse. Real things.
Okay, let's pull
We're
up
fine.
the map right now.
Let's
Wait,
see.
that was one of the
All
questions
right.
as well, because can we see the map?
Yeah,
So
let's look at the map.
Oh
for a
yes,
moment.
right. Okay, so I should be going north
There's
up
a
That's
to.
for sure.
You should be going north. There's a little pond south of the pyramid.
Yeah.
That's where you're
There's
heading
some
next.
map for you
Yep.
map perverts. in
That's
there.
a nice map. See the
Ooh,
topography.
that's some good map.
Some
I
of those
should mention
nice
this is the
pyramids.
Actimaiha. It's this forest full of yellow jacaranda trees.
Jacaranda.
One of the more colorful areas of Argonia when it's not raining, which it's frequently sunny in this area. We all often say that it's nicer than an area in Argonia should be.
Right.
It's
I-
a
you know,
really
question for
pretty
you.
environment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful.
Will the Turnian League and the other political factions be joinable?
You can definitely assist them in various ways. Beyond that, I can't really say right now.
Another
Is
question.
this part
it
of
Black
your
Marsh... Oh, sorry.
is this part of your combat music, or it's making me think
right
that
now-
I'm discovering a bunch of things?
Most likely happened is that you got a lag in the discovery sounds and combat music kicked in, left, and then all of those triggered. That is a pretty common bug we have right now.
Awesome.
Yeah, we don't have any of the Argonia music in yet. And we got way off the beaten trail here.
Yeah, I'm trying to recorrect. We got it. We're fine.
Yeah.
We're just gonna.
We'll find that pond eventually.
We got you. There's the one pond. We got that.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So that is actually where I'm going. Here we go. We're back.
All right, so at the pond, you want to turn to the left. Okay, yeah. So there's like a little bamboo arch that you want to go under and follow that trail.
Arch.
You were heading toward
Yeah,
it.
there we go. Very easy to get turned around in Argonia by design.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna maximize the video so I can actually see where you're going. Any other questions?
How about, isn't Black Marsh super uninhabitable to non-Argonians?
So along the periphery of Argonia, people can survive just fine if they're not Argonians. Diseases are pretty common, but if you're not an Argonian, you can still get by. As you get closer and closer to the center, it gets harder and harder for people to establish long-term settlements. Again, if they're not Argonians. If you're an Argonian, fine, have fun in the middle.
And in regards to that as well, playing an Argonian, if you play as an Argonian, do you get a unique experience? Do you start to hear or feel a closer connection to the Hist when you arrive in Argonia?
Just real quick, we want to turn this way, the way you're facing. So you'll get some different interactions with the NPCs, especially the tribal Argonians. Exactly how the player is going to interact with the Hist is still something we're working on. The Hist are going to play a pretty major role in the main quest of Argonia, so we got to figure that stuff out before we can really say how a player will interact, whether or not they're an Argonian.
Does the spear need to be polished?
You can polish that spear if you want to.
I like that question.
It's getting a bit of Vivek in here now, isn't it?
I think it's a very lusty Argonian maid. This bridge we're coming up to, you may recognize from the previous Walkabout when it was just a white box that we walked across. We finally got the bridge in. It's actually fairly new. I think we got it in earlier this year, actually. It's one of the last Barsavic assets that we got.
That's a great interpretation of like an alien bridge and what it would be like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do love how distinct this looks from the regular alien stuff. Like, it's all pitted and it's very neat.
We're going to be visiting this camp that's coming up as well. If we go in there, there's going to be another scene that starts playing. That is the other quest we can potentially do.
Oh, yes. In fact, while that scene is going on, I can see if I can set up a poll.
I could probably ask a few more questions. A lot of these questions are, I'm not going to lie, a lot of these questions are really weird. So I'm trying to avoid the little
Fantastic.
weird ones.
Argonia is a little weird. It's fine.
I'll throw you a couple of weird ones out every now and again, but I'll try and keep it on track so far. Can we make armor from snail shells?
We are considering being able to make something from snail shells. We haven't fully decided yet, but you may see some snail shells just lying around. We added those. Well, from my point of view, we added those fairly recently. Level design tells me they've been there for like a year, and I just noticed them. So But yeah, after I noticed, I'm like, wow, what are we gonna do with these? So
I know how that is. There's something in Iliac
Yeah.
Bay that I was recently like, how did we have this? For how long?
yeah, I got to see that moment. It was great. If we follow her for a moment, you can see the bog dog that they were talking about.
Ooh.
The one in the cage.
He's got a like fierce model. There you go.
So we have 3 different colors of bog dogs. It's the green one is the most common, then there's the blue one, and now the red one is fairly unique.
Let's see if I can... Is this going to cut out the stream? No, good, okay. I'll see if I can set up the poll on the YouTube chat for... Oh my goodness. All the comments.
I love how happy the dog is just being trapped in a cage.
He's crate trained.
So delighted, yeah.
Yeah, it's very well trained. That was the whole point of that conversation.
Bog Dog Quest, and
Well
what was the
trained
other one?
bog-
The Hunter Quest.
Yes, the missing people at Nate to Jill.
For some reason, YouTube only, it forces me to have a yes and no option, so which Argonia quest to do later? Yes and no.
Yes.
Yes
Well,
quest.
yes for one and no for the other.
Yeah.
Yes just means all of it, the full playthrough.
Everything.
Yeah. Well, we could say, do we want to save the bog dog? And if yes, we'll do that quest. If no, we'll go rescue the other people.
That's a good way of doing it, yep.
Let's see, yeah, I think I'm going north.
Yep, we're gonna follow this path and then to the west.
This path, this is what constitutes a path in Argonia, by
Yeah.
the way.
That's all you get.
Yeah, like, okay, look, now there's gonna be stones on the path. You'll be able to recognize that. And this is when tells us we're getting close to some Nedic stuff. If there's these stones start showing up in the path, which is we can see
Big
a little
face.
yeah, a little Kathringi point of interest here.
He judges you.
Ooh, look at that. That's scary.
Oh, there's one that really freaks me out. It's like it's pointing up and it's just barely out of the water. And I never noticed it until I'm like standing right on top of it and suddenly there are eyes watching me. If we stop here for a moment,
With the
should
crocodile?
find- Yeah, we should take a look at the crocodile.
Oh, crocodiles. People were asking for crocodiles yesterday, and I was one of them.
There they
There's,
are.
as far as I know, there are no. We don't have the nav meshing in here, so he probably won't attack you.
Oh, okay. Hi, buddy. What's up? Yeah, you're fine. No, I'm not gonna.
Crocodiles
If he's
are
not
more
gonna
accurate,
attack
like
me,
big
I'm not
Bernier,
gonna
so-
attack him.
Yeah. Every time I've done this path, he's been in the water, and it's been a different model. We've got a couple different crocodiles it could have been. So,
I love those. I kind of want to add some to Iliac Bay. I know we've been talking about that.
I think that animation set would be good for the Dune Rippers if you guys are having those.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you think Argonians ever have like an existential crisis from looking at a crocodile? Like, that could have been me.
There, but for the grace of Hist.
Yeah.
We're also passing through the ruins of the village of Glenbridge, which is one of the locations from Arena. Right now, it's
Ooh.
just an unmarked point of interest.
I'm loving all the arena references. For the few
There's a
people
lot
I
of them.
know.
Like, yeah, basically every village in town in Arena is somewhere in Argonia. Most of them are unmarked ruins like this.
I mean, that's how we have most of the maps for these areas. Is because of arena, they were generated for that time. So keeping it like really accurate to is it's really neat to see.
Trying to
And now
go
we're on
kind of
what-
slow. Because I know
Oh yeah, because the fog.
the fog is going to ruin the compression.
We are on what counts as a main road in Argonia now.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, should I be turning north or going south? Probably north.
By the
Yeah,
way,
we
I'm loving.
should-
Cool.
I'm loving how
returning on
much
that
is
road.
transitioning, like
Towards
becoming
the
like
tower.
darker colors as you get through like a lot of the underbrush with the trees and everything
100%.
else, and how it opens up.
It creates that feeling of density.
Yeah, it gets real dark in these forests. Even in the middle of the day, it's sometimes hard to find where you're going.
I gotta say, between Argonia and Stros Mackay, I've realized how good Skyrim's engine is at doing canopies. It's kind of
Absolutely.
ridiculous. Like, I'm surprised they never made use of. Look at that.
But it's so versatile. But Morrowind's, you get like, there's 2 rocks and 2 plants. Have fun.
Yeah.
Look at the
But,
light
yeah.
rays. Thanks, Skyrim Special Edition.
Incredible.
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to do this without special edition.
Oh, for sure. The canopy is so thick, I just expect you to bump into Werner Herzog any second. It's fantastic.
A guy with a banjo
I
saying,
was-
watch out for gators.
I was just outside having a walk. Like, oh my god, Werner.
We're almost to the border, so are there any more questions for Argonia before we go?
Plenty. Let's go for a weird one. I know this is a dark question, always a good start. Considering the lore of Argonians, can we steal Argonian eggs and eat them?
Oh.
I will say this: you can't eat them.
You
If you
can-
crouch on it,
even
there's a
worse.
hatch.
You can steal them, though.
Yeah, we're just
Okay.
gonna
Ooh,
get
okay.
the Baldur's Gate 3 quest with stealing a Get the Yankee egg.
Now, do the males lay eggs, or is it...
That's for
You
Lover's
first love
Lab.
the egg?
Keep that egg.
That's for them to figure out. That'll be in the extended
there-
course.
Oh dear.
So we're
here-
pretty
here's-
close to one of the hatcheries, actually. I don't. Oh, sorry, my dog just took notice of someone. But yeah, I don't know if we can see the hatchery icon on the map. It would look like a history.
Oh, let's have a look.
I don't see it on the
On the compass?
on the compass. No.
Oh no,
Fully
we're too far
expecting
away.
to see like Blackwood Company members just running over the border to get the hiss and running back to Leyawind to cause chaos.
We'd have to go a little further west to see it, so no worries now. Maybe another time.
I do remember that map marker, and it does look pretty cool. And I think right about here is where we'll transition into Cyrodiil.
Yeah. Which I think I am hanging out for as well.
Sure.
Oh, that's such a cool transition.
I've got one more question for you, if you can squeeze
Sure.
it in. Will
Yeah.
there be any new diseases?
A lot. We have a
Ooh.
giant list of diseases we're waiting to implement.
You can get gout.
Tennis elbow, jogger's nipple.
Yeah.
It's never like
So
you
a
have
bunch
caught a
of, like,
cold.
really
It's always like
like
you've got
Eddie
brain
White.
rot or something.
Yeah.
Your knees hurt slightly when you get up off a couch. You know, then you get, but your knees are sore.
Brain rot absolutely
niggas
needs
out
to be a disease.
Your knees hurt when it rains and it's always raining.
Mild hay fever.
Your eyes itchy.
All right, hello
The
everybody.
transition to Cyrodiil is so well
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, well
Welcome
done.
to Cyrodiil.
Stunning. This is one of my
am
favorite
Argor.
showcases so far. It's really beautiful.
Hello, Argor.
How's it go?
I love how the same kind of flora, but just with the different lighting. Like
Yeah.
it feels right as a transition, but also feels very different.
It's like the sun knows Cyrodiil is important, so it's like, you know what, now when I'm shining
Yeah.
here.
Sun always shines on the Empire.
Totally.
Big Teletubby sun.
Now this one I remember is easy. This is all road, so you can answer some questions. Go for it. I got this.
Right. Let's see if we've got any. We're still waiting for some Cyrodiil questions to come through, so I'll ask a couple more Argonian ones. Can you have a bog dog follower?
Hell yeah.
Well, maybe if we save that bog dog, we can find out.
Oh, there you go. Eh?
Incentives.
Good stuff.
Beyond Skyrim pet menagerie playthrough.
If you get like a Tamagotchi version of it, that would be amazing.
Also,
You forget to feed it for like 10 minutes, it dies.
I noticed this last time I ran through this. I love how
Yeah.
Rimmen looks all the way up there.
It's so imposing. You can see it over a lot of Cyrodiil, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I think you can see it like as soon as you come through the Pale Pass.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I think it's just like looming over everything, especially anywhere in Nibene. You can see it, except ironically Breville.
That's no surprise. The poor fellas, they don't get a view around Nipple.
Breville's just too close. You're like looking straight up at it.
Yeah. For anybody who doesn't know, of course, Rimmen is part of Elsweyr, and that's their little own imperial-ish kind of kingdom. It's Akaviri vibes. So we're just taking a walk down through Blackwood, just to wrap around and back up. But we just passed Fort Tellman and the Stendar's Bulwark with the castle set so far. But we should be coming up on Blankenmarch soon, or what used to be.
Right, the ruins.
Actually, yeah, this is the bulwark, isn't it?
Oh, okay. I thought we passed it already. Yes. Old Castle in Nibene. Good. Tile set's still work in progress, of course. But
It looks really nice comparatively.
Is that part of the Lordenfell tile set? Or like modified from it?
I don't think so. That was made by Dastin.
Oh, awesome.
Mhm.
We have the Lordenfell set in a few places in Argonia. I'm like, it doesn't look like that one, so I assumed it was something new.
The question you're asking, how is Muir Korup doing?
The Corp's doing good. It's gotten most of that level design in the Valus is pretty far along. And the city itself is also pretty far along, but it's still in progress. Well, a lot of the writing is pretty much done.
I'll need an editing pass at some point, but we can wait till the level design's completely finished there. I think we're still waiting on the palace.
Yeah, that's pretty much in the upper class district is about halfway, so
Yeah.
getting there. Also, I love when we walk through Nibene. I love the canopies you can just look over. Somehow it just makes Cyrodiil feel so big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had to take that nice little sweeping shot of the horizon.
To be fair, Cyrodiil is really big.
It is, yeah, especially width-wise.
Now
Yeah.
let's see. It was close to here was the ruins of
Like in March.
blanket. Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of a interesting name. Yeah, people who played Oblivion and I suppose Oblivion Remastered will recognize this little town, but its fate has not been kind to its populace. Yeah, the sunset was the best time to come to Cyrodiil.
Yeah, this is perfect.
I was just thinking it's perfect timing. The sun looked so well as we were walking past.
Yep, just a.
As you can see.
Nothing left over
If I
here.
recall, it was it the Great War or Umbriel that got to this one? Reed, if
It
you remember.
was the Great War that destroyed Blankenmarch, but the people currently living in the Iliad ruin next door, the Argonians there originally showed up during the Umbriel crisis. Obviously not
Oh.
the Argonians that are currently living there. Their ancestors came over. And took
Which is something
refuge.
we can actually check out if we want. If you look, the kind Argonians who fled from the Umbriel crisis moved into an alien ruin up there, and they've allowed our Imperial friends to step. But
Yeah, I'm
There's a
gonna.
couple people living in here that are descended from people from Blankenmarch.
Turning an alien rune into a big four is actually a very smart idea. I've never considered that before.
we just felt like it was too unique of an idea to not do because
Yeah,
so many
definitely.
forts around.
Might as well make a
Here's
citadel. I mean, yeah.
Here's a good question in regards to that, actually. So, how do you folks balance working within existing lore and adding new lore?
For Cyrodiil, it's pretty easy because there's so much on it that, especially with as many games as it has appeared in, that it's pretty easy to extrapolate from what we've seen and all the knowledge we've gotten. I imagine it's a little harder for other provinces where writers get to be a little more creative.
Right.
There's a lot of times in Argonia where I feel like we're laying the track as the train is coming up to it.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a lot of lore to make there.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Arena gives you some sort of baseline at all. And ESO did a good job too.
Yeah, we actually take a lot of stuff from ESO, at least like sort of culture and especially Gel. I've been fleshing out Gel a lot more from the ESO side of things. So you'll hear a
that's
lot
one
of-
thing that's
Oh,
part
go
of
ahead.
Beyond Skyrim that doesn't get enough shout out is all the linguists that we have. Like people have made entire languages in multiple provinces. It's just
Mhm.
incredible.
I've been dabbling around in Iliac Bay recently, and it's fun see how quickly you pick up on some of the Yoku words that they sprinkle in.
Yeah. I was confused at first, which is intended, but same. I am also picking up words. It's really interesting.
Ooh, I'm happy to hear that.
Going back to the way you came.
Am I?
Oh yeah,
think you
you're
are.
going a little too far back.
Oops.
Yeah, you're supposed to turn around here. So 360, and then. Yeah.
So I thought that looked like Fort Double Cross.
Tis.
You should just be able to follow the road, and once you hit the fork, you turn left, and you wrap around. If you remember.
Oh, okay. That's why I was getting confused. I was like, I know I need to go north eventually.
Yeah. So one thing to mention is
Sorry,
that
go
heading into the area that is currently work in progress for the Leeuwin County team, as we mentioned in our showcase. Mayashkal is part of that, as well as Selenox Plantation, which is what we're going to come up to next. And beyond that, you'll see things that have already been hit. But Leeuwin's coming along nicely with our editing team, currently locking things, and should see these locations in game fairly soon.
I'm really looking forward to seeing Leeuwin populated. It was my favorite city in Oblivion, so I'm excited for it.
Yeah, same. Especially with the facelift it's been given.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
My
I know
favorite.
this plantation
city in
looks
Oblivion
great.
was Such.
The one little fort. That's the one standalone thing. Oh, it's the best place.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love Anvil, and I've been getting nothing but Anvil content, like Project Cyrodiil and the Beyond Skyrim Cyrodiil showcase
Facts.
yesterday. It's fantastic. It's really good.
Anvil fans are eating well lately.
You're eating well. We see the profit, we lose our shit.
Any questions?
Yeah, I'm scanning a few just now. There's there's a couple of weird ones, but
Good, the
Okay,
weird
no, I'm
ones.
curious.
Do it.
this one is like I think you can only really answer the second part of this one really. What kind of unique things can we expect to show up in this mod series, like pets, player homes, etc.? Anything we'd be surprised by compared to base Skyrim? The answer to that is yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Just blanket yes.
Can't get rid of this question. Will there be new diseases as well? So I think we're going to get that for every province.
Not as many as Argonia, but there'll be a few.
Cyrodiil already has a lot of new diseases.
Thrush.
The alchemists have a cream for that, don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. A sty in your eye. That's another one.
Just half the screen just goes black for a little bit.
This is just like
Cursive.
That would be brilliant. How many marryable NPCs are there? So that they can modify them in Lover Labs.
Probably a lot. I mean, how many did Skyrim have is the question. Imagine there was a few favorites.
Have you all looked into marriage yet? I know that's like a thing that Beyond Skyrim as a whole has been talking about, eventually we'll need to take a look at that. Hi, Scamp.
Oh yeah, random scamp scare. I'm a little
Scamp's there to
behind.
tell you when the turn.
I wish real life vote was that easy. You put on an amulet of merit and suddenly everyone's hitting on you. It's like,
Have you tried
We
wearing
haven't
it
looked at
tomorrow?
you know what? No, it's not. They do sell them.
Yeah, I think. Well, me and my partner actually have matching ones.
Hey!
Oh, that's
They
awesome.
work.
That's how we got engaged.
That's so
It's not
cute.
easy. Would you know?
So, I mean, evidence so far indicates that it works.
Yeah, there you go. In real life, that or a Lamborghini. That probably works as well.
Lamborghini's harder to wear around the neck, though.
Yeah. You guys dragging it around.
Or a big tie around your neck. Do you want to
Oh,
go
it
over?
might work. I can see it.
Oh, here's a fun question. Will Mike the Liar show up in any other provinces?
We're still deciding on something like that. I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know quite a lot of projects are interested in having sort of their own Maik the Liar type characters, but not specifically Maik.
You have to
Arcane,
make
can you,
Mike, whenever
turn
you
it to
talk to him, you have
daytime?
to make him run like 500 miles per hour away.
Wait around a little bit. I want to see some people walking around.
We can call him Mike. We can call him Mike, and then get Mickey to do the voice.
Just call him Mike.
Actually
Mike,
fantastic.
jeez. So creative.
Yeah, and it's just Mickey just making up random.
And it's just I don't even try to make a cat like I'm like, how's it going? It's just like really bad facts. There's no dragons in this game. It couldn't be asked.
Just
of the
Micky
provinces
the
has to do that.
Khajiit.
Yeah,
Your
totally.
instructor was bald, you know.
There you go. There's some people.
Amazing.
Yeah, so we can
I'm
see one
gonna
of
run
our
away 500 miles an hour.
Nibbanese
See ya.
sounds in game. Fortunately, no Mike the Khajiit. Yet.
They
That's a
do
pretty
got
town.
chickens and this neat raft. I do think this is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a cool.
Yeah, there's actually a
Or ferry.
huge culture around ferrymen in Lower Nibban for sure.
Sure thing.
They live on
Where'd
it.
you like to go?
I mean, with the Rumere and the Nibban itself being so big, it makes sense.
Great.
Likely and
Take a
truthful.
seat and enjoy.
I really
the
do
ride.
like the ferryman lore for Cyrodiil. We even have one of the ferrymen in Argonia too.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, so it spills over a little bit.
Nice.
By the way, also some, was it XVA synth
Bad business.
voices that are,
Hard work, nice, but
placeholder.
Nice enough people.
Ah, yes, good shout.
I'm expecting us to just travel to Point Lookout from Fallout 3 now. Doesn't magically appear.
If you
You
watch the
mentioned that Lordbound looked
stream-
like, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh yeah, with the
I can't
swamp.
even-
Yeah, the swamp monsters. That was cool. I like that. Very here for more, Point Lookout, Far Harbor kind of experiences.
Here's a very open-ended question. How are you handling quest choice?
We have definitely, I would say, a wider range of quest choice than Skyrim. A lot of us take Fallout New Vegas to be an inspiration. We like having multiple paths and role-playing elements in there. And of course, you have to try and keep the branching down for the majority of quests, unless we want to extend our timeline to even further than it already is. But we do add a lot of quest content and player choice in most of our quests. Even in this quest here in this town of Mothlight, as you've seen in a previous Creation ModCon showcase, where we showcased that specific question actually.
Yeah.
Hearing that there's New Vegas influence for its writing is really exciting, I will say.
That's my personal goal. I'd love to see that quality, just for Oblivion or Cyrodiil.
Absolutely.
It'd be really-
The variety of solutions in Fallout New Vegas that it just lets you do is fantastic.
It'd be really good if we get Matthew Perry to do a voice for it as well.
Too soon.
Be awesome. Oh. Man.
Uh,
So we'll
It's
see
like
a
an
couple of
Argonia with a big
choices
spear you
in,
made your last delivery kit.
in either of the Argonia quests that may get chosen. And have we seen what the poll looks like on that yet?
Ooh, let me take a look.
See
real quick.
Twinstone Farm as well as you're walking past it.
we're so close to our
NPCs
daily
there.
goal as well.
Oh, looks like people want to see the Bog Dog quest.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah,
surprise
that
me.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
The two top options are Bog Dog quest and yes.
Yes.
But yeah, the
A
Bog
few people
Dog
that said
quest
no, just like no
has,
altogether.
I think.
Oh, I think you're
4
going the wrong
different
way,
fish outcomes.
Arcane. You go back through that farm
Oh, through the farm. Okay.
behind you. Yeah, to the road. A little behind you.
Farm. Twinstone Farm.
Don't worry, folks.
Sure,
There'll be
the
plenty
answer
of
is
Bog
yes.
Dog content.
Critique. There are more than 2 stones here.
Dang it. Notice that.
Only 2 of the stones are twins, though.
Follow the rocks.
Here's another question for you guys. I imagine we all know the answer to this as well, but will there be houses to buy or build in cities in all regions, as well as in the cities of Skyrim?
Yes.
So not currently any houses to build, because Hearthfire houses are I hear a horror to set up. But
All right.
maybe some point. But definitely houses to buy in all the cities. We got their usual spread of poor to rich houses, and of course the boathouse. Forget the boathouse.
I'm sure if we don't add houses to build, somebody will.
Yeah.
IB recently added a house that it's already built, but you can upgrade it. And that was not as bad as you might expect. I did have
think
to
what
do
makes
some
the-
digging in the Hearthfire homes though, which is a mess. Trying to
Yeah,
look
Hearthfire
at
ones-
those things in the creation kit is awful.
Since there's like
Oh, I can't even
multiple
imagine.
different
Oh.
iterations of them.
Does someone asked, how are the towns in Breville coming along? I just want to answer that. As you've seen, there's a couple we just passed through. I think most of them, if not all of them, are already in game. It's mostly the city itself as well as the Valus that need doing for Breville, referencing that map we showed off in the showcase where it's yellow. 'Cause Breville needs some love. It's only about halfway done.
I really like Breville for the town it is. Gets a bad rap.
Breville, my beloved.
Yeah, Breville's been your baby for quite a while, hasn't it?
Yeah. Once it gets a facelift, I'll be happy with it. But until then,
Now we can definitely
It's
see
in
the
limbo.
transition from like swampland to Cyrodiil Heartland. It's very, very well done.
and over to Elsweyr soon.
Here's another question. Does the Beyond Skyrim have some sort of shared library of objects to keep consistency across all the provinces, or are the projects separate in that way?
That's BS
Yes, definitely.
assets.
Yeah, we have BS assets. Yeah.
So a lot of like the Blackwood trees, since they exist in both Cyrodiil and Argonia, that's in BS assets rather than being in either of the two projects, and we just both pull from there.
So there was also the classic fun Where's the Tamriel mod, which had a little bit of everything as well.
And now the shovel mod, which doesn't need BS assets. It just gives you shovel.
To be fair,
Be sure to download the shovel script extender.
No, absolutely.
Where's the Tamriel
doesn't need
didn't
that, don't worry.
need BS assets either, which is really frustrating sometimes. Because I'll know that there's something in Where's the Tamriel and think, oh yeah, we can use that here or there. And find out, no, it's only in Where's the Tamriel and then whatever project it came from.
Yep.
And it's not in
Right.
BS assets. Like that Colovian
To
fur
answer
helm.
something, Disciple of Mora said just briefly, Breville needs paint for upper class homes. Everything can't look poor. I'm actually planning that. That is one thing that I totally agree with you on. That's one of the things that Breville is going to get. It's going to get a little bit of a facelift. So look forward to that, and a couple goals down the line.
Here's a good one. Butternutter with the question. What's some of the unique food you've implemented into Beyond Skyrim Cyrodiil?
What a good name.
Butternutter. Yeah.
That's actually one of the items. No,
He's actually got
a
another
whole
really
lot.
good
I
one.
can't even name all of them. Jeez.
Just what's the first one that comes to your head?
The Elsweyr candies. I always like seeing those.
I was talking about the Elsweyr baked goods earlier today. There's so many of them, and they're all so good.
Oh yeah, they look delicious. Like I want to
There's-
actually eat them.
There's a reason I have already written like 2 different Khajiit bakers.
What? There we go.
Will there be shrines and blessings for other regions in different provinces? I think we saw a bit of that yesterday, actually.
Oh,
Some
yes.
Daedric shrines.
I did see a question in the chat. Skyrim VR does work with all of Beyond Skyrim. I have tested it on at least Iliac Bay and Roscrea.
When you put on the headset, we'll have a big fan blowing at all of you so you can really feel like what it's like in these places.
Yeah.
So,
And a
are
jar
we
of
off the
revolting
path,
smells.
or are we trying to find a
I
different
think
path?
we went a little.
Oh,
We're further north than we thought we were going to go.
yes. I ended up going past there a little bit. I need to go down this river towards Javet.
I know people want to see the Imperial City, but you know, not quite yet.
In fact. Hoppa! When your friends tell you to jump off a bridge.
Well, if it gets you to Elsweyr, I would jump off a bridge too.
Yeah, I'd ask how high.
Here's a doozy of a question from TSV goalie Will. Will there be cross references, stories, characters, etc. between projects?
Oh, there's a fun one that we could have seen if we stopped inside the Priory of Arcae in Argonia. There is a sick traveler in there who has a connection to Johanna writing.
I do remember that, yeah.
It'll be really good if there was a Mike the Liar in every province. That's what we really want.
There's loads of food in Elsweyr and I run away.
Yeah, one of the benefits
It's
of me just
obvious,
being
like.
basically writing almost everywhere at this point.
This is where the
I get
Khajiit
to
is,
sneak in things like that.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of those things in Cyrodiil as well. Lots of references to other provinces, especially considering like each corner of Cyrodiil is touching a different province. It bleeds in pretty heavily.
And IB has some connections, obviously, with some bits of Argonia, but of course the biggest connection is between High Rock and Hammerfell itself, which is, there's tons.
Also, I just realized we have entered Elsweyr. The border is so seamless between the Heartlands, I didn't even notice. Yeah, Javet is not a Cyrodiil city, it's an Elsweyr city, so welcome to the Elsweyr people, and I'll probably say goodbye myself.
Alright, thank
Welcome,
you so
stranger.
much.
Thank you very much for
Thanks,
coming.
Argor.
Hey,
You're the man.
thanks for watching.
Yeah, hello everyone. So I'll take over from Argor. I'm
Hello, stranger.
Stranger. Yeah,
Hello.
I'm writing lead from Elsweyr. Never been on ModCon before, so
Oh,
this is
well,
my
welcome
first.
aboard, mister.
Good to have you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Either way, just before I tell a bit more about what you're about to see, small disclaimer. A lot of things are still very much work in progress. So, as you might figure out, things can change drastically. We are talking not just models, it can be landscapes, things, essentially even the plans I'm gonna talk about a bit here can be still very much in the air from time to time. We are trying to nail down the best vision for Elsweyr, as we are essentially exploring it during development time. This is one of the reasons why we tend to rarely show ourselves in showcases as of late. We're trying to nail it down and then show things to their best essentially form as we can get to that. Most of the landscape which you're seeing as well is done by Paulsen, so shout out to him. Either way, we've entered Riverhold East. Essentially, Elsweyr's pre-release is divided into like a few zones, and Riverhold Principality, which is essentially the equivalent of Riverhold's, essentially of Skyrim's holds, has has been divided into two specific regions. So Riverhold East is a more hostile type of area.
What a lovely bridge.
It is a nice color.
Yes.
Yeah, it's still pretty work in progress.
I do
Yeah,
know
it's, one of
these huts are also work in progress for destroyed ones.
Yes, exactly. They're being used for a moment as a placeholders to just essentially convey the idea and to know where specifically we want to put the destroyed ones. We are overall overhauling the farmhouse set, because at the moment it looks a bit generic, and thanks to our very much, well, how do I say, concept art lead who's responsible for the visual vision of the project, we're trying to kind of Khajiitify it even further.
Arcane, you'll need to turn
Looks really
south.
nice.
I'm loving just how saturated it is compared to the other projects we've seen today. I mean, the swamps look great and everything else, but it's great to see a bit of color in Skyrim too.
Oh, right. Yes,
Yeah,
this
one of the
lovely-
things which is always being talked about in Elsweyr is that, you know, we need color. Khajiit are colorful people and socially, and it would be nice to represent it as well with their landscapes. Yes, this is an Akavira ruin. This is the case because back in the day, during Second Era, Imperials who had a lot of Akaviri ancestry moved into northern Elsweyr. This is where they found their city of Remen. In the region we're walking now is more of a culturally and historically disputed zone between the Khajiit and Rimonese, as we call them. So, yep. So essentially, serpent people, and yeah, like that's essentially the main gist of it. There was a recent war as well in the area between a nomadic clan alliance, which is also a separate faction which you can meet.
And the Rimonese are very sort of Akaviri based.
Yeah. We want to make them a separate race as well, mechanically, for this reason, to just show these differences.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Now, I believe I'm heading towards this farm.
Somewhere around here,
It's
yeah.
one of these farms.
Yeah, we are slowly...
Heading west, you'll find a village eventually.
Yeah. We are slowly entering Riverhold East, as I call it. It's a more serene and less jagged, less rocky type of area, which has more grasslands around. I think we are slowly approaching that place. So yeah, there is a camp. Here we go, so it opens up more. The whole idea behind the biome as well was oriented around riverbeds, so essentially rivers kind of carving out the landscape more.
I've got a question here regarding NPCs, which might become pertinent later on, but we'll see. Where did I put it? This is from Mollybop the Hexed. Will there be different Khajiit variations as NPCs in Elsweyr?
We are striving towards it. This isn't just for Elsweyr, but the whole the goal of the whole project is that if we manage to design the first stocks, which is a challenging request from most 3D modelers, since it requires very specific skill sets. Some of the workflows are not as much up to date, so the specialists are far in between who can actually design those first stocks. But if we manage to do it, we hope that they're not gonna just be in Elsweyr, but also in other Beyond Skyrim projects, if that happens.
I would love that. And also, just another piece of news: we've hit our maximum goal again. $2,000 for Cancer Research Institute. Thank you so much, everyone.
That is monumental. The original goal was 1,000 and we smashed that.
Last year we did like 600. This is an incredible increase.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
We can now afford a second-hand Toyota Yaris. Amazing. That's an achievement.
And now we're going to do the Creation ModCon post-mortem live. So, you know, you'll get to hear us talk about what worked this year, what didn't, what our plans are for next year, stuff like that.
Well, you really get the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the incentives are for.
Wrong this weekend, to be fair, but
honestly, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, been a great weekend.
And I gotta come up north here, so I might just head up here. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I think.
Yeah, you want to look far
the other path. Yeah. You're slowly moving towards the Badlands. Yeah.
That's why everything's starting to get orange.
Yeah.
Nice little shrine. I love that.
Yeah.
It's one of those better places. Personally, I kind of like this POI.
Around the other side.
I'm looking forward to seeing more of the Elsweyr shrines because the artwork for them is gorgeous.
I remember I even wrote some of the blessings in Ta'agra that ended up on some of those shrines. Yeah.
Nice.
Because I absolutely love using Ta'agra. It's such a robust Konglang. It's great.
There was a whole separate project which essentially designed it and permitted their use of Ta'agra for Beyond Skyrim Elsweyr. We are very much grateful to the Ta'agra project. It's, as Arcane put it, it's one of the strongest Konglangs Beyond Skyrim has at its disposition. Either way, we are walking, if I believe my stream, by the border of the biomes.
We've got another fun question for you. From Free Proceeds, will the moons have an important role in BS Elsweyr?
Definitely. It's one of those cultural and even biological things which we cannot really ignore. Narratively, moons will be extremely important. They'll be referenced both in the small-scale interactions, idioms, and perhaps moons will be touched upon even in bigger plots and bigger narratives. So yes, moons will be. They're central to Elsweyr. One of the central cornerstones.
We're surprisingly getting a lot of high-quality Elsweyr questions as opposed to weird ones.
Surprisingly.
Really brings it out of them.
It says a lot about the fan base, but which is actually quite
Surprisingly
surprising
from you deviants.
but there are some
I
really
blame
good questions
Crastius Curio.
Here's one from Mute Waifu. The names of the subscribe, they're still questionable, but the questions are pretty good. Given Elsweyr an Aldemiri Dominion vassal currently, how will they react to a post-Civil War Dragonborn wandering about?
Okay, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Overall, with the so there's a bit to unpack here, so I'll try to be brief. But because Elsweyr is kind of divided into 3 states, 2 of them, Anequina and Palatine, are clients. Their geographies, their political situations, their cultural situations, they're all very different, and because of this, their perspectives can differ specifically. Rimmen also will have its own perspective at Dragonborn, as well as endings of the Civil War. So it's very hard to keep it brief, but yes, I'd say Anequina, where we are walking right now, would be a bit more cautious, while Palatine might be a bit hostile-ish towards such an individual. Rimmen might be supportive of such player character. I hope that answers at least partially.
I think it was a great answer. Thank you.
I do love getting the split between the different rock types where there's a waterway here. It actually makes a lot of geological sense.
Right.
Waterway just back here.
Yeah, before you pop there, one of the things I want to point out is that essentially I believe this is our canyon test, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It's still a test it's a test what you're seeing. You're seeing everything you've seen today is essentially how it is in game right now, and we didn't prepare in any way for this showcase, and where we are located right now. It's just a test. We're seeing how it looks, how it works, what could be improved, etc. So this place might look very different next year, or it might look very similar.
And I know in the distance y'all have seen a lot of floating spires like this. I do know that that's not, that's like a LOD issue. They're supposed to they will have a base. It's not
If you
quite,
get close to them, you'll see more rock.
yeah, it's not quite Avatar over here. There you go. There it is.
Morrowind is a floating rock, so it'd be lower accurate.
exactly.
Yeah, no, it's not unreasonable in Elder Scrolls at all.
Yeah, lads, it's all a feature. Don't worry.
I personally like that kind of weirdness because it kind of implies more of that fantasy, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Very cool alien ruin. And then
It's
I
one
have
of those nicer spots.
I have something added here a little bit that will take us into Iliac Bay.
All right, thank you for having me, and thank you for the questions. It was very pleasant.
Thank you so much, stranger.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming on.
I will be also going. So thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Reed.
Thank you, Reed.
See ya.
I'm just
That was all
gonna
very exciting, wasn't it?
head on.
So much we're seeing today, so much content. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
There's a lot of Skyrim. I hope you like it.
There's still more. Iliac Bay, we had to cut down our walkabout just for time.
I can't wait to see some Iliac Bay, though. That'll be exciting.
And hi, by the way, I did the coding for these teleport pads. You're welcome. I think they came out better than I expected them to. I just wish the only thing I haven't figured out yet is how to get the it uses the bats from from the vampire power.
Yeah.
And I just want to make them more colorful. That's like the only polishing step that I'm trying to figure out thus far.
Still cool though.
Come on, Skyrim, you can do it.
I still can't believe we hit our charity target.
Incredible.
Outrageous.
Y'all are fantastic.
We just put 2k there because like, we might say this, who knows. So the one thing I'm very excited about is the one-to-one shadow key comparison with Iliac Bay.
Oh,
I'm so pumped.
Yeah, you are pretty excited
Shadow
about that.
key content.
We're gonna pass by a bit of that on this. It looks like I'm gonna be leading this. So yeah, welcome to Iliac Bay. This is in High Rock. We are actually outside of the 3k area, looking in. This is the town of Fairtree, which has some very nice sort of early level design. Mostly for the distant views from what you can see from 3k.
The LOD for a lot of these projects is still very impressive when we're talking about Skyrim's original engine.
Yeah.
It holds up very well.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Just
I
the
love
distance that you can see.
So good.
This is a
It's
very
almost kind of
well-made
like
town.
Dishonored vibes a little bit.
It does a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really love the layout of this town. When we get NPCs moving around here, it's going to feel so lively, just having this whole circle in the middle for everyone to gather.
The dark, moody vibe suits it so well.
Yeah, for sure.
And here we go, all the signs. So much signage.
Who needs a map maker, huh?
Amazing. They're very nice looking signs.
Plenty of sign content today.
Indeed.
They are custom signs. I am not able to read out questions, but if there's any good questions for Iliac Bay, I'm happy to answer.
I'll keep you happy. Will there be any unique vampire clans in High Rock?
Actually, yes. We're planning on returning 5 of, I believe there were 9 clans in Daggerfall. And there's... Basically, we plan to have our, instead of a specifically assassin faction for the sort of Dark Brotherhood slot, we're making that just an evil option. And vampires are one of the top contenders on the table for that.
Ooh, I love that.
I really want to
go back
take some neat Vampire the Masquerade inspiration from that. Like have a big vampire ball at the end.
Nice.
That'd be fun.
There's a question going back to a little bit to the teleporting before, but more so kind of normal transitions. Do the transition areas have implied distance between them like Stalker, or are they instant?
Do the transit? Oh, you mean they do they advance time? Yeah, a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. Obviously, it's faster than a normal fast travel.
How many castle towns like Fairtree will Iliac Bay have?
Ooh, that's honestly, it can be a hard question to answer. I know within 3K we have we have 1, and then there's Fairtree. I guess it really depends on how level design continues moving west, because here I'll even slight map reveal that you saw yesterday. You know, Iliac Bay is huge. It's absolutely gigantic, so there's not a lot of level design over here to the west yet. So some of those things are still yet to be determined.
Cool.
You really translated it well from a Daggerfall shape and everything else.
Yeah.
It's not an easy task just to take. It's an interesting thing. People were talking
Definitely
about
not.
like the variance of lore in sort of Cyrodiil and Elsweyr and all that. That skull, by the way, was the asset that I was like, we have that? What is that? It's giant.
We're in the spooky wood at the moment. There's kind of a cool ethereal effect happening as well when you look around the wood.
This
so
is
what's going on here?
This is part of the Black Wastes, which stretch out from the Crypt of Hearts, which that is a very placeholder blockout for. So, Shadow Key reference. There you go. And yes, there's going to be some like shadow magic shenanigans happening around the Crypt of Hearts, as might be expected if you've played Shadow Key, which has affected the land around it. So we expect, nothing made yet, but we expect some very alien, very fun shadow magic creatures to be around here.
It looks cool. I like it. It's a very spooky looking wood.
It looks very well done, and of course everybody is watching this on their end gauges, so they're very familiar with
yes. I was about to say, we were talking about the different lore from everyone, and I love how Iliac Bay is, I think, the one province that has like, we take from Redguard and Shadowkey and Battlespire, all the weird ones.
All the great spin-offs. But they have some very interesting lore in their own right.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, sure. I only had one friend that had an N gauge. That was how popular those were when they came out. I can remember.
I have like N gauge games, but nothing to play it on. So I was like, why do I even have these at this point?
How many games did it even have? It didn't have that many games, did it?
Not a lot.
No, and whenever you wanted to swap out a game, you had to take out the battery.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. What a weird thing.
Such a strange thing, but there was an Elder Scrolls game on it.
Nokia were knocking it out the park until they went a bit crazy with the N gauge, to be fair.
And honestly, like, Shadowkey as a game, not bad. Like, for what it is, it's pretty impressive. I believe these are the Truebrid ruins, yeah. So I believe that's a town from Arena, so another Arena reference.
Very nice.
Shout out to Arena for mapping all of these mods for us.
I know. But it's
man. Shout out to Daggerfall for giving us too many settlements to do.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of settlements that Bethesda don't even use, essentially, for a lot of their games.
Oh no. It would be impossible to actually develop by hand the amount of settlements that are in Daggerfall.
Here's a good question. How will the Bretons react to orc players?
Ooh. Yeah, not well. We're not going to, like, immediately arrest you, but there are going to be, some people who might not trade with you, or things like that. Sort of smaller, representations of how uncomfortable they are with, orcs, especially, I imagine, around the Farron region, because they've had some issues with orcs recently. That's a boar. Hi, that has decided it wants to fight us. What's up, buddy? You're fine.
What a boor that boar was.
Oh, but you can hear some of the, some Iliac Bay combat music. I do believe this is Hammerfell combat music. But, that's one of the interesting things about doing music for the creation kit. Combat music is sort of hardwired. It's weird. We have to, like, manually trigger it through scripts.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
The funny thing about that as well is I've figured out recently that you can just transfer the music files from Oblivion into Morrowind, and it just works exactly well. Like, contextually, it works with like battle music and exploration music. It's just like the same thing.
Ooh, that's cool.
Very interesting little tidbit.
Especially with how much more variety you get as the games go on.
But since there's no towns in Morrowind, you're not going to hear well, there's no, like, all the towns are, like, outside. You're going to be hearing exploration music, so you're not going to hear Oblivion's specific town music when you're inside one. So it's all just, like, outdoors.
Did you discover that when you were ripping out textures from games?
Someone mentioned it, and I tested it out, and it works exactly well, yeah.
Amazing.
Just drag it into the folder, and there you go.
Those are such a trip. I absolutely love those videos.
The Morrowind one with all the textures was fantastic.
I'm surprised. It's mainly because of Open MW we were able to do that. It is.
Yeah.
I tried to get a worker with Fallout New Vegas, it wouldn't work. The game actually knows when to not work when you do that.
I think it was Fallout 4 that I loved how it actually made the game completely unplayable.
That was the only one where it just completely crashed, and I just couldn't do anything with it. I only played it for like half an hour because just I can't do anything with this. It keeps closing. I have to get out the task manager to close the game every time. The OpenMW one was so impressive because the game is so stable. You could just really just tell how much of an impressive engine it is.
OpenMW is wild. I've even seen people start to get like some Skyrim stuff playing in OpenMW, and I'm actually quite excited to see that progress.
You could load it in. I mean, you have like you have the placeholder areas. You can even do that with the Fallout games and everything too. So it's definitely impressive.
Another question. Will Clan and Photos come back? That's from Brad DeLay.
Clan Infotus?
Yeah, that's what I've got here.
Oh, was that one of the vampire clans? I don't think that's one that we have on the list currently, but they are subject to change, depending on, what we come up with interesting ideas for.
Here's a more in-depth question from Viv. How disparate are the kingdoms of High Rock, politically speaking? Are they rivals? Do they have opposing views and goals, a la Find a Hill, Become a King?
Absolutely, they have opposing goals, and there's quite a bit of drama between them. Here we are in Dun Lane, in fact, and I'm going to take just a bit of a peek over towards Farron, which Farron and Johanna are currently not super happy with the rest of High Rock in terms of them taking most of the resources that the Empire is willing to give, and Farron and Johanna sort of being left to their own devices, especially with Farron currently having a pretty serious plague going on. So there's some infighting. There's definitely a bit of fighting over resources, especially. Everyone wants to grow, and no one has the ability to do it.
Getting a lot of question about Reachman and Briarhearts and whatnot. So
Oh, yes.
Are we going to be seeing any of those guys?
We don't have the NPCs in yet, but we are going to pass through the Inner Reach, which in fact one of our donation incentives is a dungeon in there.
The comments are so well up on their lore, it's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're really putting us to the test.
There's the question here about, are there any of the dungeons from Daggerfall going to appear?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially, the famous ones like Scourge Barrow,
Yes.
Fang Lair is absolutely going to make an appearance. A lot of stuff like that. And Sir Dungent. Yeah. I have some plans for Sir Dungent. I really want a Skakmat cameo.
Nice. I saw it going here a second ago. Will Iliac Bay portray side effects from the warp in the west that happened centuries prior?
Yes, it's not going to be super visible, but we're going to have people who sort of remember things differently. Some effects like that, where you'll meet certain people and go, oh, that's not how it is now, and that doesn't make sense normally, and it's because warp in the west.
And probably the most important question we've been asked all day from Terentius here: will there be a Cook's Guild in High Rock?
That's a fun idea. Maybe.
That's the fun thing where it's just like, that's an idea now.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually, I like that one.
Terentius.
Yeah. Write that down.
And there's Johanna. Absolutely, super imposing and grand. I love how Johanna looks when you just come up on it.
Grand and intoxicating.
But not
will the
innocent.
Oh, exactly. Will the Durrani appear? If they do, how will the Empire and Bretons treat them after the Great War?
So, we've had some recent talks about how we're going to treat the Durrani. Durrani ruins are absolutely going to appear. They're going to be all over High Rock. The Durrani themselves are mostly relegated at this point to, Balafiera, the island with the adamantine tower, which actually I can show you on the map real quick. Very early level design. I just love that it's... Where are you? Oh, I went too far. I just love that it's just a big gray cylinder right now. Just a big old can of Pringles.
So great. I think this is one of the biggest maps I've ever seen for a Skyrim mod ever.
It's gigantic.
It's huge. I even compared to like the Skyrim Daggerfall mod, this is in depth. My word.
And the the variance in all of the height and stuff is really fun to work with, honestly. South, I think we're gonna go up this way. Yeah, towards Cloud
Can we
Mill.
expect? Can we expect Arcane's cat to make a cameo appearance in the mod?
Apparently so. I didn't know my cat became like a thing that people watch these things for, but yeah. I totally didn't film that Weatherman sequence entirely on Friday.
I love how half of him was gone in the introduction, and then he just pops in. The best part.
That's another very good question, so thank you for that one.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes, mostly on getting the Kespar and Hearn, the vertical slice areas working, so this is a showcase of some of the stuff that we've been poking at, but not really, not the focus currently.
You can see how far along these projects are because they look pretty...
A Cloud Mill looks
pretty realized.
Fantastic. The only thing I know with Cloud Mill is we do want to mess around with this this mill building a little more, because the stairs don't have collision, and inside it is, I'm going to show you because I love it, it's comically tiny. It makes me laugh. Let's go, it's the real showcase now, we're TCLing. This is my house. I have about space for like a bed and a table.
Wow.
And
there's stairs. There's another floor. What's
There's at least.
Hi.
The person that built it really wanted a big chimney, huh?
Teeny tiny mill house.
It's bigger than a New York apartment. So you got that going for you, I guess.
Oh yeah, that in New York would be.
In the center.
That in New York would be like I don't know, $2,000 a month rent.
Oh, $2,000 a week.
In Ireland, they rented the shed. You can have that.
That's nice, though. It's cozy. Very cozy.
For one person, I think it'll be fine. We just definitely do not want to have anyone else walking around in there.
Ideally, you want a crotchety old man living in there, I think.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
Yeah. Just angry at birds. Just always going about birds or something, mundane.
All NPCs should shout at clouds.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Little cameo by, I believe that's Twilight Temple? Yeah. So,
Cool.
Also Shadowkey reference.
Yep. There's somebody asking about any shadow magic, potentially.
Absolutely, yes.
Being learned. There we go.
Yeah.
That was Brad Delay again. And somebody else was asking if we can go to the Crypt of Hearts. No.
It's not in game yet. We have a sort of white box temporary thing to denote where it's placed, and also that big skull that I didn't know was there until I started doing this walkabout route. But it will be developed over time. And let's see, I'm heading over to the left for the inner reach.
Well, here's a good question. Will the Daggerfall skeletons use the original screeching noises? It's a good one.
I would love to do that, actually.
And the thing we have to remember with Daggerfall is a lot of those sounds are very compressed, so it might clash a little bit with these mods.
They're so... yeah. That's kind of why I love it.
Yeah, totally.
It'd be a great little small mod as like a feature, I imagine.
Original Daggerfall sounds.
That wasn't technological limitations. That's what they actually sounded like.
That's what they wanted it to be. Ghouls are secretly robots in disguise.
Well, yeah. So are birds.
Well, we already know that.
Exactly. How will the Empire be represented in High Rock?
So, the Empire is going to be a bit of an interesting thing. They are in High Rock, but many of the kingdoms have knightly orders, they have their own militias. They don't super duper need the Empire for a lot. And so the Empire is going to be present a lot of the times around the borders to Hammerfell, and then will be in like various city castles, sort of trying to influence their way within the various kingdoms. And some of the kingdoms are happy to accept their influence, others not quite so much. So they're a bit more of an outside force, I guess, in the way that they were sort of in Elder Scrolls 3, where they're not fully accepted, but some areas have accepted them just fine.
How about, this is another good question, actually. This is from Viv. Will High Rock in Iliac Bay have a strong presence of witch culture like Daggerfall or the older TS, the Elder Scrolls media? Will the Weirds play a part in the culture, either as a part of it or isolated?
The Weirds. Yeah, the witch covens. Yes, they will play a part. They will be mostly isolated from much of the cultures, with the exception of Snowline, which we're going to come up to pretty soon, which is the Reachman area. So they're going to have their own town.
Right.
And there, of course, yeah, you will see, we're sort of planning Briarhearts as an analog to village guards for them, and maybe also a Hagraven you can talk to. That will be sort of part of the town, but again, kept under wraps for the most part. Which stuff still can, I guess, skeeve out a lot of Bretons.
Here's a question from Derwong Telazala. Are there any new plans for Dragonstar or Evermore?
New plans, so...
Maybe
I guess
get,
the...
Like, Aldi's or Lidl's or something?
They've got halal food there.
That's Starbucks.
Yeah. So Dragonstar is, we are planning for it to no longer be split. The Nordic occupation ended during the Oblivion Crisis in our lore. And so it is fully under the control now of crowns, but there are some scattered Nords that are still in the area. And by the way, I just passed right through Snowline and didn't even mention it. This is Snowline. That is actually using models that are based off of the concept art of Reachman houses from Skyrim. Yeah, so these are sort of renditions of buildings that would have been in Skyrim but did not make the cut. and this will be where our Reachmen will be. 2 different clans of Reachmen will be living here and have sort of their own conflicts between how they want to portray themselves and interact with the wider High Rock. And Dragonstar, yeah, no longer split. Currently under the under Crowns. Evermore is going to have the Biolse River tribes, these sort of horse tribes, which will be, they will live slightly outside of the town, but have an actual good relationship with the Bretons, which will be a unique opportunity for us to represent a positive relationship between Needs and Bretons.
Nice. Will the Order of the Black Worm have any presence in High Rock?
You
There's
did say Scourge Barrow is going to be there.
There's some plans, yeah. We've got some ideas as to how they could have, continued on. And yeah, it's nothing set in stone just yet, but probably yeah.
Well, the music mixes from other games. The Snow Theme in Daggerfall is awesome, and that's from Vampire Killer.
Yes,
Snow Team is awesome.
we already have some sort of remixes and other renditions of older music from Daggerfall.
Are any of them remixed by DJ Khaled?
I
Nope.
wish.
Skyrim
As
does
I
have a version
unplug.
of the Daggerfall Tavern team on loose, which is a very cool little Easter egg.
Yes. And here we are at our last Shadow Key reference, by the way. This is Gas Pass.
Last one for the day.
I've got an important message for you, RK, as well. Could you potentially make it daytime, because it's harder to see on mobile when it's night?
Absolutely.
Let's shed some light on this matter.
We didn't mod in daytime yet. Give us a second.
There you go. Some nice little, and you can see the very early bits of Dragonstar way out there.
Oh, cool.
It is Dragonstar is very much a hodgepodge of here. We got 10 minutes. Why not? Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And we can start the donation incentives actually as well. But here's where I pass my ghast. And thank you.
I thought I smelled something.
And yeah, Dragonstar is a very loose,
With gas.
very loose with gas. Just a very loose block out of like how we might want the city to feel.
That's some interesting behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still very much in the area of like we might switch around where the areas are, how it all flows and that kind of thing, but this is a general vibe where we would have the dual dragon fountain also from Shadowkey, and then moving up into the other half of the city up here, which would have sort of the old arena and things like that. And the temple as well. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's like the butcher showing you how the meat is made. Very
Oh
nice.
yeah, you can see this is obviously not final. This whole thing is half buried in the wall.
fine.
But
I was almost expecting you to like go over a mountain, and it's like Daggerfall, where you just see hundreds of houses just like in a big square. Sadly, Skyrim wouldn't be able to handle that, but it's a dream.
oh my goodness, it already chugs
It'd be a nightmare.
sometimes. But yeah, and this is using our actually I believe this is the forebear set, which will be an interesting thing if we had the forebear set ruled over by crowns. So it'll be a city in transition, or that has transitioned, because we're portraying crowns and forebears as less of a bloodline thing, like families, sort of have allegiance to one or the other, but it's not if you were born a crown, you're always a crown. It is more of a political alignment that you can shift along.
One thing I think is very impressive about all these showcases so far is that a lot of the cities are open. They're not very like in Skyrim where they're like very much like, how would you say, interior cells. You can just walk through them and keep walking along the paths of the landscape, and it's really well implemented and well done.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we focused on, is really keeping closed cities to the larger, more impressive ones where it's sort of needed. So Daggerfall will probably be closed. We're not entirely sure.
That one will be understandable.
Definitely. Yeah. And maybe Sentinel, but it remains to be seen exactly how big Sentinel's going to be. It is in a fun, weird little
I forgot
pocket.
You have to include Sentinel everything. There's so much.
Yeah, it's all of it. And yeah, Sentinel's in this interesting little pocket over here that it's like, oh, we could close it off if we want, or we could leave it open to the bay.